Members of the American Postal Workers Union are holding a rally right now against privatizing the post office.
The president has proposed the move, saying the service has not been able to turn a profit in years. The Postmaster General is also planning to cut 10,000 jobs nationwide as the Department of Government Efficiency looks to cut billions from the USPS federal budget. The American Postal Workers Union argues privatizing mail would hurt the consumer, believing that would lead to increased costs and slower